relatives, and friends of the graduates. It is both my privilege and extreme honor to welcome you to the 101st commencement exercises of Lake High School. To preserve the dignity of today's ceremony, you are asked to remain behind the fence during the entire program. Please silence all cell phones and electronic devices. Innovations Photography has been hired to photograph today's event. Main Street Photo and Innovations Photography are donating a 5x7 to each graduate.
Oh, that's cool.
Would you please rise as the Lake High School Girls Ensemble sings the national anthem and remain standing and join the graduates while senior class Haley Greenlease leads us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
It just said that you can't stand at the rail, though.
You can sit. They said you can't sit.
You may be seated. I would like to recognize the guests joining us behind the podium today. With us are Superintendent Jim Witt, Treasurer Jeff Carpenter, Assistant Principal Jay Ackerman, School Board President Tim Crew, School Board Vice President Eric Herzl, Board Member Brad Delventhal, Board Member John Urban, and Board Member Scott Swartz. This year, commencement speakers were selected from the graduating class. Interested students auditioned before a screening panel comprised of faculty members. Our first speaker today is Abby Ish.
Classmates, faculty, family, and friends.
You can do it!
Sorry.
Breathe, sweetheart.
Since the age of 6, most of us have considered 28080 Lemoyne Road our home away from home. We've listened and paid close attention to our teachers and what they were educating us about. We took constructive criticism from our coaches and spent extra time working hard on the task that they wanted us to accomplish. And in the past 12 years, we gained the true pride and spirit of being a Flyer. In 10 years, we won't be chanting 2012, 2012, 2020, 2012. Instead, we will be looking back on the memories and make sure we never forget them. Now, as the journey of being the senior class comes to an end, we will make sure that we are not forgotten from the Flyer family and Flyer community. When we first walked into Lake and Walbridge Elementary, we became best friends with the first person we met. After 6 years of being taught by some of the best educators, we then walked into a bigger school, Lake Middle School. We faced the change of having an 8-period schedule, running to our lockers in between classes, and dealing with the 2 flights of stairs. Most of us kept the same friends from elementary school, but we gained other friends from different clubs and through different sports. We dealt with the changes, and we learned about the different experiences we would have when we would attend high school. Just 3 short years later, we walked through the breezeway and into a school that was filled with history, records, and traditions that have been passed down from past graduates, family members, and teachers. It was easy to tell that there was something special about Lake High School. Maybe it was hearing the planes take off and land across Lemoyne Road, having our dances in the cafeteria, decorating the hallways for Spirit Week, or just knowing that every day we all went to the same school for the same reason, and we considered each other Flyers. To stand here and dwell about the tragic day on June 5th, 2010 would not be fair to the families that lost loved ones. They are constantly reminded every day, and for us students of Lake High School, we were constantly reminded every day by going to school at what we considered to be the hangar. While the garage door and no window school isn't the ideal place to attend your junior and senior years of high school, we were forced to deal with it, and it became normal to us. We realized that as long as we were all together, it didn't matter where the building was at or what it looked like. Even though the class of 2012 won't be the first to graduate from the hangar or the new school, we still have something to take away from our high school experience that no other class has. We attended high school at the old Lake High School and the hangar for 2 years each, and we should never be forgotten for that. The class of 2012 now has to face the real world. We start the second chapter of our lives by being on our own and making big decisions for ourselves. We'll take on new experiences, responsibilities, and take risks, because this moment right now is our time to live. We'll be able to look back and know that we wouldn't be where we are today if it wasn't for our teachers, coaches, friends, and family. So I'll thank our teachers for being hard on us and making sure we strive for excellence. Thank you to the coaches for never giving it up on us and making us believe in ourselves by reminding us that we can conquer anything we put our heart and mind to. Thank you, friends, for being there for us when it seemed like no one else understood. Without you, high school would not have been as memorable. Finally, thank you to our families. You drove us to and from school, to games, practices, packed our lunches, paid fees, attended plays, concerts, games, and assemblies, and now our high school commencement. You are our biggest motivators and the biggest fans of our lives. We thank you for everything you do and will continue to do for us, and we love you. In closing, I'd like to address my classmates. I wish you all the best of luck. Make every moment count for something, and never take anything for granted. Live your dreams and follow your heart, but never forget these memories that we cherish, because it's true. High school really is the best days of our lives. Congratulations, class of 2012. I love you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Abby. Our second speaker today is Shelby Harrison.
We have spent 4 years at Lake High School. 4 whole years. To some, that sounds like a long time. And I know when I was a freshman, 4 years sounded like ages. But let me tell you, these 4 years have been the fastest of my life. When I took my first steps into Lake High School, I already could not wait to graduate. But today, I'm a little nervous to leave it behind. A lot of us have gone to this school our whole lives, and now are pretty much like family. We have grown up together, endured puberty, and that inevitable awkward stage with each other. We have failed and triumphed together. We have become the people we are today because of one another. We will forever share the memories about the people who have guided us through this scary time in our lives. I know I'll miss Mr. Boggs calling us yahoos, or listening to Mr. Braxton's crazy stories. I'll look back and smile when I think of the times we had in Mr. Bates' class, or listening to Mr. Tantle sing. Mr. Lake making up new names for everyone, and singing Justin Bieber in the hall. And of course, Mrs. Glenn learning new words like swag and whack was always great. I loved hearing Mr. Jackson's crazy music and Mrs. Osborne's and Mrs. Edwards' sweet ways. Knowing Marietta watches over us all like the grandma of the school, and Miss Kuchar harassing us like the crazy aunt you can't help but love, made it worth coming to school. The awesome coaches we had helped us get through the day because we couldn't wait for our practices and our games so we could be with our teammates. I'm really going to miss all the teachers and my coaches. And the crazy thing is, I know you will too. We have endured so much throughout our 4 years together. When we leave here today, we will begin our lives on our own, but we will always have our memories. Class of 2012, I hope you will keep these memories with you and the knowledge you have gained, and let it help you grow as a person. We are who we are because of the people who have guided us through everything and helped us grow up. Lake High School shaped us. We shaped each other, and that will never leave us.
Thank you, Shelby. Our final student speaker today is Hunter Johnson.
Clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose. Some may recognize this quote from the TV series Friday Night Lights. Coach Taylor feels his team need to live by this quote. I feel our experience at Lake High School as a class of 2012 is representative of this quote. If we keep this saying close to our hearts and keep it in mind, nothing will stop us, whether in sports, schooling, work, friendship, or life in general. In school, we learn a lot, and most of the time, we either say or think, Why are we learning this? When am I ever going to use